Mhm.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, or good day, good to wherever you are. What is it? Good moment. That's what Carol keeps saying. Good moment, good moment, good moment. How are you today? I'm so looking forward to this wonderful call. We've got so many people joining us today. I'm so thrilled. The reason why we come on this call is we discuss the principles of this book, The Ancient Secrets of the Master Healer, and it is an incredible book. If you've not read it, we highly recommend it. Who is in here today? Let's pin a couple of people. Esther, how would you like to share how are you feeling today?
Well, I'm filled with a lot of joy this morning, and I choose to see the miracles in the littlest of things, so what often is called little or everyday or mundane. And I have found that that attitude combined with gratitude, which I call gratitude, combining those words makes it's the greatest attitude, and it paves the way for the miraculous that's always there to become more visible, and the miraculous that's waiting to appear is invited to come also. So that's what I'll start off with.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that.
And
Susan, oh, so sorry. Go
then
ahead.
one more thing, and I start every day with you could say the prayer, the intention, may I be blessed to be a blessing. And I feel that we are blessed as blessengers, all of us, everyone on this call, because I know our hearts are united for the same purpose of love, peace, joy, prosperity, well-being, all good. So that's it.
That's wonderful. Susan, can I ask how you're feeling today? How are things today?
Well, thank you for asking. Esther, I love your wordsmithing. It just opens my heart even more. So thank you so much. You know, I'm really feeling happy today. It just, for some reason, well, I know the reasons. I'm at my daughter and granddaughter's house, and it's just so much fun to see new life and innocence and joy and happiness. It's infectious. And so I'm happy. I'm happy to be here with my other chosen family, you all. And it just feels like it's going to be a special day today. So I'm looking forward to the day with a lot of kind of excitement and love. So that's where I am. Thank you for asking.
I love that. I love that. Susan 𝗷𝗙𝗏, let's ask you, how are you feeling today? Oh, you're muted. Can you unmute? For some reason, it's not muting. There we go. I can hear you.
Okay, good. I'm having a really good day. I saw the weather and I see that we have a storm possibly coming, so I was out trimming my bushes. Getting ready.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I also see Mariana on the call. It's so good to see you. Are you in Sedona?
Yes, I am back in Sedona after my about 6 weeks of silence. It was wonderful. And right in the midst of everything that's happening, planted peas yesterday because I get a good fall crop here, and went out to water them this morning. It's so good to find you all again. I have missed you. And when I came home, I didn't find anything from any of you on my email, so I figured I got lost.
You're not lost. You are absolutely in our hearts. We have been thinking about you all the time that you've been gone. So we're so grateful that you're back. You bring such light to the call.
Thank you.
And I see 𝗓𝗓 on the call. Would you mind unmuting and tell us how you're feeling today? Yeah. How are you?
I can't hear her.
Oh, for some reason we can't hear you. Oh, darn. For some reason, we can't hear you. Darn it, your audio's not working.
Maybe they have to unmute.
I think he is unmuted. Darn it. Okay, well,
Is his
we'll fix your
volume
audio
up?
and we'll come back.
Is his volume up?
I don't know, Shifra, I don't know. Joan, would you like to share how you're feeling today?
I feel wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Great. It is so good to see everybody on the call. I love seeing all of your shining faces, and Stephanie's here, Francesca's here, Belle is here. Belle, you look beautiful. Did you change your hair?
I did. I said I let go of COVID. I let go of COVID hair.
Looks beautiful. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, well, I was just looking at the air quality to say, despite that it's unhealthy air here where I live, because we have a lot of fires, and today is I'm feeling good in spite of unhealthy air and short hair.
Well, you look beautiful. You look beautiful. Well, I just wanted to thank Cornelia, and I want to thank Carol, and I want to thank Susan. I can't find the spotlight. Where is Susan? Where is everybody? Oh, goodness. I can't find everybody. There we go. Susan and Esther. Whoops. We wanted to do, I'm learning. We want to add to the spotlight. There we go. And Teresa, I don't know if many of you know Teresa, but Teresa is part of our group, and she's going to be helping with technology. Cornelia is going to be taking some time off, and so we're working with her. She's going to work with us to be able to work the technology. So, and then we've got Cornelia. I'm learning myself. Wonderful. And Beverly is going to be, she's going to be able to share with us today her story. We're so thrilled. And who else am I missing? Is 𝗬𝗙𝗘𝗧 on the call? I'm not sure 𝗬𝗙𝗧𝗧 is on the call yet, but 𝗬𝗙𝗧𝗧 is going to be on the call today. We're so excited. Thank you. Let's rub our hands together and give all of these beautiful people a big blast of love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Joseph, for being here too. You guys are going to be sharing. Wonderful. So let's go into our head to our heart. Is Gary here yet? He's not here. Okay. Carol, would you like to give the announcements before we drop to from our head to our heart?
Sure, would just love to. I'm going to do a quick screen share, hopefully. Come on, screen share. You know you can do it. Da, da, da. This is an official medical disclaimer. We can do a lot of wonderful things, but it is up to you to manage your own health. And we suggest if you're having a medical emergency, don't wait, call 911. And we want to make sure that you know this information is for educational purposes only, not intended to diagnose or treat. And hopefully that you've had enough time to at least glance through this, and we can send it to you if you'd like to have more information about it. So with that, I'll go back to the screen and say that, let's see if I can add myself, that we have some exciting things happening, the least of which is not the book launch in Turkish. How exciting is that? So Dr. Clint, Dr. 𝗷𝗓𝗄𝗧 will be going to Turkey first part of September to do that grand book launch, which is so exciting. Then there'll be a book launch in Japan, Sunday, the 24th of September And that is also with the number one author in Japan, which is Ken Honda, and Happy Money author. He's I think 8 million books is what his count is, something like that. What an interesting guy he is. And I'm one of the, I am blessed. I lived in Okinawa 2 years. I love Japan. I love the culture, and I'm so excited to be going for that event. And then there's also our new course starting. It's called the Miracle Experience Game. And I think you're just going to love it. And one of the things that we've done in the past that we're bringing back because it's so well received is we have the 1.5-hour calls. These are going to be on Sundays starting September the 10th through October the 1st at 9:30 a.m. So this call will be stopped at not later than 9:15 Pacific. And then the new course will start at 9:30. And there'll be, this is the first time we're going to try this. The course is also going to be provided in Italian, Spanish, and French, and Russian. So if you speak those languages and want to participate in that, those are options for you. This is the first time we've done that simultaneously. So very exciting times for the new Miracle Experience Game. And Bridget or Cornelia, somebody can put that in the link. It's not too late to join up for that. And those daily activations will be something that Cornelia will have a movement exercise, something to bring gratitude and flexibility to the body. And those will be followed by a little Marmaas session. And then there'll be a small breakout room. And finally, an opportunity to do a group meditation for about 12 minutes. So that's our daily activation that we've planned from September the 11th through the end of September. So very exciting. And just so you don't have to worry about it, we have your holiday shopping covered. We have our Ancient Secrets Foundation store is chock full of beautiful art and bags and cups and water bottles, so many things that we know that you can find the perfect gift there. And if that's not enough, we have courses coming in the first quarter that make the perfect gift, and a couple of different options there that are being finalized. So no worries about holiday shopping. Ancient Secrets has it covered for you. And we're so grateful to have you here today. Let me think if I covered everything that we wanted to talk about. I believe that covers the announcements. Thanks, Jana. So grateful for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go ahead and drop from our head to our heart. Gary's not going to be on the call, and I just got the message. So I'm going to go ahead and share one of his pieces of music. And let's go ahead and just take a deep breath in and release. Let's do that again. And release. I want you to breathe in all the love that you experience in life, all the love that's available in this moment. It's always there. And breathe out. And while you're listening, if you'll do the forgive and forget Marma, just remembering to the forgive and let go. And here we go. you, everybody. So beautiful. Gotta get my schedule up so I can remember what's next. Beverly, would you like to share your story?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful.
Good morning, Jana, and good morning to all the amazing souls that have gathered here today and ready to play and give 100%. 2020 changed my life and yours too, forever. But when I go back and I think, no, it wasn't 2020, it was 2018. And at that time, my husband was given a diagnosis of cancer and told that he had about 3 to 4 months to live. I went in search of an oncology naturopath, and many of the suggestions that she gave to us actually were aligned with the Ayurvedic principles. And but in the 18 months prior to his passing, my parents and 5 brothers and sister-in-laws all died unexpectedly and suddenly. I didn't have any recovery time, and I was taking care of brothers, sisters, my mother. We lost 11 family members in 18 months. After my husband passed, we went into lockdown, 2020. I was grateful that he wasn't subjected to the horrors of COVID and restrictions in the hospital. However, his brother and niece both died of cancer, isolated alone in the hospitals in the next couple of months. We have 4 children, and we are blessed with 9 beautiful grandchildren. But we were foster parents for 47 years. I had taught fostering courses. I mentored families. I approved families to be foster parents. I had been very, very active in that system, and I had to retire, and I had to give all of that up in order to be a caregiver. I had lived my life in service. We didn't have the words 𝗁𝗔𝗍𝗵𝗏𝗏 or 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 or any of those things. But when a child came into our house, we welcomed the children and their families, particularly, because we knew they were sent to us by the divine. I spent a year in unbelievable, deep grief, separated from my family and my friends. I learned to use my phone and computer to stay in contact with others. One night, I was blessed. I heard Dr. Clint on a Cryon show, and I ordered the book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer, immediately. And when I got it and read it, I realized there were so many answers to my health problems, to my emotions, to my spirituality, all in that one book. I came on the Sunday calls, and I learned that they were playing a miracle game, and that sounded like a lot of fun. So I signed up for the miracle game, and the rest is history. I went on to do the 30-day detox, a 7-day detox, a 100-day program, the 1-year program. Anything I could sign up for, I have done. So I had lost in a couple of years my purpose, my life as I knew it, and I didn't belong anywhere. I lost all my activities that I attended. I wasn't going to church. I was upset because my kids couldn't come to see me. I was angry because I could go meet them at Costco, but they couldn't come into my house. All the rules, regulations, things that I didn't understand at that time. So I joined the Miracle Experiment. And the first question I was asked was, what do you want? And you know, I hadn't focused for a long time, a very long time, on what I might have wanted. Then I heard Dr. Naram say 95% of people don't know what they want. And wow, I was normal. What did I want? I wanted to be happy. I wanted to be useful. I wanted to play with my friends. I wanted to sing, to dance. And most of all, I wanted to be free. The first days of speaking and writing what I wanted were filled with tears, and now what I realized was locked in grief. I listened every day to Dr. Naram's unstoppable meditation. I learned I was unstoppable. I learned with every adversity, there's equal and greater opportunities. I wrote in my gratitude journal, some days my mind tried to take me back into the grief, but I had support. I was encouraged to keep going. I was so supported by love, in love by our mentors and by our group. In 30 days, my miracles started happening. I was freed from the lockdowns, and I got a new puppy, something that I had no intention of doing, but that little puppy brought so much love and joy and playfulness into my life, and that's what I'd asked for. And guess what? That's what I got. I began singing and dancing, first of all, by myself, but then I was able to go out and join groups and continue singing and dancing with friends. I was taking care of my body. And I was able finally to be with my family and friends. And I was part of a loving community. Fast forward to this year, in a breakout room, I was asked, "What do you want?" And I was with our dear Andrea. And she suggested that I get real and that I asked her something deep in my heart that I've wanted for a long time. And I blurted out that I wanted to go to Nepal, to go to the orphanage. And she said, "How long have you wanted that?" And I said, "I've wanted that for over 20 years. I've studied the orphanages. I know of people who have orphanages, and this is something that has been a desire for a long time." And she said, "Done, you're going." And I went, "Oh my gosh, no. And then I realized, oh, I'm now in the 3% that Dr. Naram talked about. I'm putting up all the blockades. I'm putting up all the things that are going to stop me from my miracle. So I went full out. And in that same call, Lauren was on, and dear Lauren's imagination started running wild. And she said, "We'll start a GoFundMe group and just put faith, you're going." And so I asked all those questions, like, I can't afford it. Travel alone, I'm too old. And they just said, no, don't be ridiculous. So I wanted to go see the children in Nepal, and I wanted to hear their stories firsthand. And I wanted to talk to the moms in the homes. And I wanted to know what happens to these kids when they become adults. I wanted to know the risks in the sex trade. I wanted to know post-secondary education and opportunities for these kids. But most of all, I wanted to be fully present, and I wanted to touch and to feel and to do. We have so many opportunities to ask for what we want, to be open to miracles all around us, to possibilities that we can't even imagine. I have a new purpose now. I no longer take children into my home, but in the last couple of years, I've had an opportunity to take women into my home who are needing a home, possibly facing homelessness, poverty, and healing from grief. My service, my seva on a daily basis is dedicated to seniors, supporting them to enjoy a better quality of life. I have so many in this community to be thankful to. I want to thank the lineage, and I want to thank Dr. Naram, and most of all, Dr. Rogers, Jana, Cornelia, Carol, Andrea, Lauren, all who helped me travel to Nepal. My dear mentor, 𝗟𝗏𝗄𝗧, you took me from grief to happiness. You gave me so much love and encouragement. Mindy, a beautiful, beautiful soul. 𝗁𝗏𝗘𝗧𝗦 and Gary Malcolm, who've taken me and helped me through the grief process and realized that grief can be my friend. It doesn't have to be an enemy. It doesn't have to be something I suffer from. And Hope was the best roommate I could ask for. She roomed with me all the way through Nepal and supported me. Renara, Levi, all those beautiful souls in Nepal, and all who gathered in Sedona to bring so much happiness to everyone. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who has encouraged me. Recently, I broke my arm 9 weeks ago, and I've had so much encouragement from the community, and I've had help in my healing journey, and I know I'm 2 to 3 weeks ahead of what the doctor's expectations were because of herbs and my diet and ancient secrets. So I am in so much gratitude for this community. I will be a mentor in the next miracle game. Dr. 𝗬𝗨 and I will be welcoming a group through the miracle experiment. And I just encourage all of you to join and to be open to what miracles are possible for you, for me, for all of us. Like Esther says, it doesn't have to be huge miracles. It can be those everyday, in the moment miracles of love, joy, laughter, happiness, singing, dancing, being with others. Thank you for this opportunity today.
Well, Ms. Beverley, it's a great pleasure to be with you.
Thank you, Dr. 𝗬𝗨. You're on today. How beautiful.
Yeah.
And we're going to make a great team. So
I always believe that thing. The people of the community, they are always a great team. And it's for me, it's like that dream come true. And yes, I strongly believe that we definitely work on the dream of Dr. Naram. And yes, and I'm getting every year an opportunity from the great people like Dr. 𝗁𝗏𝗧𝗏 Rogers, Cornelia, Jana, Carol, everyone to be a part of this mentor group. So thank you to everyone. Thank you so much. And for giving me a beautiful partner this time.
𝗬𝗨, it's so good to see you. Beverley, you are such an inspiration. Just the love that you have in your heart is amazing. And the way that you just gather people together. It's beautiful. Belle, did you have something you would like to share?
Yes, I had the privilege of being with Beverley several times in Sedona, and Beverley, you are the embodiment of the first pages of Ancient Secrets. I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you, and love will teach you. And then to hear today really your story, your backstory, which isn't in front of you at all in terms of meeting people in the now, but it's jaw-dropping, and it's jaw-dropping to be in the presence of an angel on the ground. You know, you are definitely embodying love came to teach you, and thank you. It's just really extraordinary to call you, you know, I mean, to be in your community.
Thank you. And I'd just like to say we have such a beautiful group of golden angels, and the support that comes through that counsel too. It just brings us so much love and blessings, and we're reminded that anytime we come into something like Ancient Secrets, we can either come in and dip our toes in and maybe play a while and maybe come and go, but it's giving that 100%. It's that 100% that Dr. Naram talked about. That 1% of us that show up to give the 100%. Yeah.
Fabulous. And Beverly, you really also personify unstoppable. I mean, I get now in hearing your whole story with you and your partner, your husband, you know, you said you couldn't have done it all without him. He was your, you know, the gift of partnership. But just, you know, that you just kept saying yes. You kept saying yes, yes, yes. And even through these last few years, you were even further challenged to see if there was a no in there, and you kept saying yes. And I just think, you know, what a model. And can I ask how many, I'm sure I asked you in the Sedona, how many years young are you?
I'm 78.
78 years young. So, and not done. I mean, it just really get today is the first day of the rest of your life about you, Beverly. So thank you from all of us for 𝗬𝗙𝗘𝗧𝗦, and there you are.
Thank you.
Thank you, Belle. Thank you for those beautiful words, because it's exactly true. Beverly is a golden angel. When I very first saw her coming on the calls, she was just somebody that I wanted to get to know. She just had this magnetism, and she's radiant. And I knew that she was going through a process. You could see there was a sorrow about her, and it was because she was going through the grieving. But she has this radiance and this magnetism. It's beautiful. Susan, would you like to share about the golden angels and share about what they are and their purpose?
Oh, sure. The golden angels are a group of wise women of a certain age, of a wise age, elders of the community that Dr. Clint has it's come through him to create a council, something that's, you know, people don't do this, communities don't do this. They don't have a group of elder women who guide them and tell them, give them support. And we are a group of women. We're just coming together. We have a magnificent mission statement. Linda Rousseau, are you on the call? Is Linda on the call? Because she has come up with a beautiful mission statement for the Golden Angels, just really something. So we are coming together to offer our wisdom, our gifts, and to interact with everybody. And I think everybody feels incredibly honored and happy to have women honored, elder women honored as important voices that have experience and wisdom to continue to contribute as we are going into our golden years.
May I add something as not a golden angel? It's wonderful and brilliant to gather the matriarchy and get away from some of the misguided patriarch that has been overwhelming our world. And so it's fabulous to see the wisdom coming back to where it really belongs.
That's wonderful.
Sir, actually, I want to add something. I'm sorry, Jaina, to
Please.
When there is a says that every successful man has a woman strongly behind her, like that golden woman and golden angel, we men are behind them. That's why it's happened. So don't think that you are not a golden angel. You are the big backbone of the golden angel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Together, you know,
I just,
together.
yeah,
Yeah, together we
Actually-
will change the world. Together.
that's it. It's a unity. Then this is what Miss Carol said, 𝗬𝗙𝗘𝗧𝗦. That
Yeah.
everybody should be strong enough and to hold each other in such a way that if one gets down, others will hold them, and things show must go on like that thing. Actually, my daughter is next to me, but she doesn't want to be on the screen. So she was telling me these things. Okay, please tell them that like what I said, that a successful man has a woman behind. That's why a successful woman also has a man behind them.
Absolutely, absolutely. In Dr. Rogers' book, it talks about women having Shakti, and that the Shakti is, you know, it's creative force, it's energy, and we have that. So even if you're not in the Golden Angel Council, every woman on this call is Shakti. You are fabulous. You are incredible. And every man, as it states in the book, every man who honors women, they are able to engage and connect to that Shakti power. So I love that. I truly love that. Speaking of incredible men, I didn't share this with you. We have an incredible man who has a mission. And let me see if I can get this to work. There we go, right here. And he is not feeling well today. Emu, he is dedicating part of his farm to growing mung beans, and he's not feeling well today. And so I really like our community to send him some love. So let's rub our hands together and just send him some love, and anybody else who is not able to join the call, or who is not feeling well, or who is just needing a little bit of love right now and healing. Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Dr. Clint had a Facebook Live that Carol reminded me that we needed to share. And so let me go ahead and share that with us. Let's see. I don't think I've got my audio on, so let me turn the audio on.
So happy to be with Levi here. We just this morning, he didn't know it, but when I was here in Utah one time before, we helped the homeless, because one time you were homeless, actually.
Yes.
And my mom every Saturday, or now it's every other Saturday, goes and helps with the food bank. And so we went with my nephew Blake and probably gave food to 300 people, something like that.
Yeah, today.
And then it was so fun eating breakfast with Levi. This guy is awesome. And just the miracle that we met. And the passion. He came to Nepal, and actually he talked about how Nepal gave him some clarity about purpose of his life. Actually, the question you came to Nepal was, how do you phrase that? What's the next step, or the next?
Yeah, well, it was just one of the questions, because I knew, like, I asked many questions. One of the questions was, why was it necessary for me to come to Nepal? And the reason why I asked that was because Nepal came to my doorstep. It was really unexpected.
Yeah.
And so it came to my doorstep. I didn't know how I was going to get there. And then all these little miracles happened. And next thing you know, I was in Nepal. And so I knew that was in itself a miracle. And so I said, okay, why am I here? That was one of the first questions. Why am I here? And then along the course of the way, because we start to, through different rituals and just different examinations of ourselves, you know, we want to define our purposes and our direction in life, and as I do, and I want to know, like, my definite purpose of why I'm here. I mean, because I knew at that point I had a generalness of my purpose and the direction I wanted to go, and it wasn't really general. I knew the direction where I wanted to go, but this really defined it. It made it clear. There was no static to the vision. you know, sometimes they're static, and that static can misdirect us. And so that's what was the big thing for me, was clearing out that you know, just sometimes the extra noise that's in our head, or the extra noise that's clouding our vision a little bit, even though we know the direction we want to go, but there's like this fog covering the actual journey. You're like, oh, I hate this fog, you know? And so,
first of all, oh, look, I love people are saying hi. Okay, hi, dearest. Please send love and light to Iran. Yes, definitely sending love and light to Iran. In fact, some real beautiful announcement about that. In fact, if you're whoever is listening right now, put where you're listening from. We have a really cool announcement. Levi's talking about miracles and what happens when you want clarity on anything, or maybe you want something happen for your health, or someone you love, or a relationship, or something with abundance. Well, this September, starting September 9th, I think it is, or 9th or 10th, we're starting the next miracle experiment game. And for 30 days, you play this game. You apply 3 of the principles from this book, and you see what kind of miracles happen. And who knows, maybe one of the miracles is showing up in Nepal, like Levi. Or, you know, I like it because as your vibration raises, you know, my girlfriend Poonam, she talks about how sometimes other things come into place. Sometimes people fall out of your life as well. But also, as we played the miracle experiment game, I've seen people have big financial miracles, relationship healing miracles with people in their family, all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested, we'll put the link below this video, and joining us. I just talked to Levi. I was like, actually, because part of his clarity, he says he knows what he wants to do or how he wants to contribute now. And a big part of it is through
the ancient secrets.
Yes, through the ancient secrets.
100%. It's 100% because I know I can bring, it gives me the tools that I need to follow through with my purpose, and I know that it's very clear to me. and all, you know, yes, very clear to me.
And also, I just want to congratulate everyone, and also the community around it all. Even Levi, he says, I've never met the kind of people like this is. And you know, even what we saw, how everyone contributing, the Golden Angel Council coming together and leading us to help Mindy and those affected by the Maui fires, or the horses that were going to be killed. There's so many things. It's the best community to be a part of. So Levi is going to be one of the mentors. We have about maybe 15, I can't remember exactly, 15 or 16 mentors that are part of it. You have a group where you share the miracles happen along the way. If you're interested, join us. Also, I'm going to be coming soon to Turkey for the book launch in Turkey. So actually, this is Germany, and then the cookbook, and then Japan. So if you can join any of those, and then the cookbook, it's so fun. Levi found a restaurant owner here in Utah, wants to base his whole business on the ancient secrets. So many miracles possible. If you're interested, leave a link. I love this man. I love everyone watching. I love you with you. If you can join Sunday Call, 8 a.m. Pacific, we'll share more about everything. I love you, and I'm with you.
I love you, and I'm with you.
I love how Levi was just balancing all those books. He was trying to get them all balanced. It was just so fun. I love it. So great. Oh, I don't know. How come oh, you know what? I think I've got my Facebook Live on. Okay, hold on just a second. Susan, would you mind sharing about the miracles?
Levi is on the call, by the way, if he wants to speak as well. He's right here with us.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah, that was, yeah, I really enjoyed having breakfast with Dr. Clinton yesterday. It was like an amazing moment. I really expressed to him that I just wanted to participate more because I was also a participant to 100-day experience. And I've always been like, I don't know if any of you guys are like this, but I've always been a very by myself type of guy, you know? And even though I wanted to be a part of the experiment, that also kind of fell on my lap, and I joined with all these things. I'm a tattoo artist, for a lot of you guys to know. I run my own business in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. And at that time I had a whole team of people, and I was like winging everything in my life, you know, and also the 100-day experience, you know, and I followed through all the way until about like week 5, and things just got really busy in my life, and I couldn't follow through, but I wanted to follow through behind the scenes, you know? And so I continued on my journey, and it ended up me in Nepal and everything. But some about me is that I can't, so I couldn't let go of the fact that I didn't complete the 100-day experience. There was a lot of aspects about that, and it like really sat like heavy in my brain. And so I expressed that to Dr. Clint. I told him how I wanted to be a greater participant in things in life. I want to participate in life. I always exclude myself out. I always do that to myself because I'm on my own journey. I have all these reasons, and I just want to participate better in life. And this time in my life, I'm not participating in the wrong direction. And so that's what I want. You know, that's what I want. And not only that, I mean, I had so many joys and miracles that happened along the way, just from the limited participation that I had with Ancient Secrets. And so with that said, you know, he offered if I could be a mentor. And I thought, well, what a great opportunity for me to participate, because now that not only holds me liable or responsible and, you know, accountable to show up. So I like that. So I agree. So, yeah. Thank you. I'm excited.
That's so awesome. I love that. Let's just send you a glass of love.
Wow.
Levi, what an incredible thing to be able to say, I want to participate more in life. You know, it sounds like Beverly's undertone in her message was that I want to participate more in life. I'm going to go buck all of the worries and fears about traveling, and let's go to Nepal and, you know, express my love to the kids. And Levi was a big part of that. She got to meet Levi, and, you know, and even, you know, Susan, she had a time this last week where she was like, me, do I get to help with this, you know, big thing with Maui? Oh my gosh. And yes, why not me? And so she jumped in with both feet and was able to help. You know, she's been helping Mindy. We've all been helping Mindy I mean, so what a wonderful thing to do. Let's all just participate in life. Let's just kick that fear to the curb and let it go and just live. I love it. I love that we're talking about miracles. I love that we're talking about our purposes in life. And Susan, I would love for you to be able to share what's happening with Maui, and the Mindy's on the call today. We'd love to have you share.
Well,
Thank you, Levi.
Mindy, thank you, Jana. And I just want to say, Levi, it is so cool to listen to you and to watch your transformation. And I'm excited for Ancient Secrets that you're showing up and you're going to be one of the spokespersons, because you are going to you already have, and you're going to light up people. I can just feel it and see it in you. So thank you so much. Mindy, do you want to talk first? Do you want to say? Or do you want me?
I can, but if you want to start and talk about what's been going on, then I'll fill in this side.
Okay, great. Well, there's so much going on. It's kind of mind-blowing, and we're evolving. I think you all have heard, well, Monday night, let me just say that right now, Gary and Hope and a Hawaiian elder and a famous woman who does poetry. We're going to have an incredible grief ritual for the people of with the people of Maui, with the people of Lahaina, Monday night. And I just want to, at 4:30 Pacific time. And I just want to put in a heartfelt invitation, because the more of us that show up on that call, it's going to be on Ancient Secrets on our site. The more of us that show up and the more of us that are present with our hands and our hearts, the more powerful it is. This stuff goes exponentially. And there's so much going on in Maui. There's so much grief. There's so much loss. And then I'm also going to expand it to California. And my goodness, what's going on in Canada. Beverly, you've asked for our good thoughts so many times, and just our good thoughts and our good wishes in Europe, in Greece. I mean, this is, we're in the times that we've all been preparing for. We've all been working our hearts. We've all been learning. We've all been growing our spiritual selves. These are the times, and we are the people. And I agree with you, Levi. We have tools through Ancient Secrets. So let me just run down my list. I'm not sure if Carol already talked about Banyan Botanical that's donated thousands of dollars worth of herbs, and 𝗷𝗙𝗙𝗘𝗧𝗦, who's going to meet individually with people, and some herbs at no cost. Clinta sent books, have this grief ritual. Now, Andrea had the wonderful idea of coloring books for the children. And we're working it out to send the children in Lahaina and that area coloring books and pens and all of that. People are talking about tents and getting Amazon involved. Unbelievably generous donations from so many people who have opened their hearts. And green energy. I heard that they've sent their green energy. And how perfect is that? And then we're sending self-help tools for dealing with trauma. I want to do a shout out to 𝗬𝗲𝗘𝗡𝗧, who did a beautiful video on a bilateral tapping technique to process trauma. Just so many things. And then we're working right now on getting ghee and spices so we can have home remedies. And then you think about it, well, we need nose droppers and we need measuring spoons. I mean, this is complex. And then a distribution. And Pamela is sending her team over to do her neuro processing of trauma. You just would be so proud of all of us hearing what's going on. It is a miracle, and it's us together that's making this miracle. So it's just so beautiful.
And thank you so much for all of the people who have donated to this. There's been so many people that have donated. Just wanted to throw that in there, Susan.
Yeah, the green energy, that's what I meant. The money was green energy.
Oh, sorry, I didn't understand that. Now I do.
Well, our money is our life force energy. It's just represented by money. We're giving our life force energy. So yeah, that's what that is.
I'm an insurance agent, and when I think of green energy, I think of a house that's being built with green, So thank you for explaining.
Yeah, no, that was last Saturday on the Global Awakening Community. The man who ran that kept on calling it green energy. So thank you for sending your green energy. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm saying it. So I was also, do you want to say anything else about Maui? And then Mindy, you wanted to add anything you want to add.
Joseph, did you want to add anything? Are you good?
I'm good with this. That's
okay. Okay. So I just wanted to start by thanking everyone. Susan, I know what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Carol, Cornelia, Jana offered to help me fill out my insurance paperwork. Like, I mean, how many spoons did you own? And right down to the salt shakers is what they want. And, it's, how do you do that? Anyway, I just want to thank everyone whose efforts aren't not necessarily very visible, because I know it's a big deal and I know you're doing a lot, and everyone that's sending me so many sweet messages to me and my family and to convey to the community. Your love is felt. Your love is felt. Your love is conveyed. You are appreciated and seen, and you are making a difference. Whether it's a healing modality or your green energy or your time and effort, I love you. I'm with you. I'm grateful for you. I connected with Pamela and I found housing so far. She doesn't even know this yet, but I found free housing for 3 to 4 people for her team already. And we're coordinating with the leader of the alternative medicine aspect of what's being offered here on Maui, with them to help distribute these pieces. And I'm overwhelmed by the amount of love that's come in. And we have funding for all of the herbs and spices and remedies that are being sent over, and we have the infrastructure to receive them and distribute them all lined up. So it's all happening, it's all in motion, and it was all done in tremendous love. As a little bit of a update from the ground, so to speak, things are getting better. There's still some craziness. We actually had another fire break out yesterday. The community held a aid provider, for lack of a better word, trade show event kind of thing in the Civic Center in Lahaina, which is a terrible word to use, but at the moment, it's all I've got. And the power went out 2 hours in, and evidently the reason that was because there was a fire that broke out about a mile away. And so they evacuated the area again. And you can imagine, you know, all these folks that are recovering from a wildfire that lost their house, their town, so many of their community members. The 115 people that everyone's hearing on the news is absolutely positively not accurate. And there are multiple times that number. They just haven't identified them yet. You can imagine everybody's there trying to get aid, and another fire breaks out down the street. So
that was scary, just so scary.
Oh my gosh, it was just so traumatizing and triggering for everybody, right? So then there was this mad rush to get out of there. Anyway, it worked out. We're okay. Everyone in that fire is okay. I don't think there was any life lost in that. But I just want to send my love to Canada and to all the places that are, what was it, Greece and somewhere else? I don't know. I can't keep up, right? I'm gulping air and treading water most days. And grateful to be doing so. But I am sending tremendous love to all those other people that are struggling in their lives as well, whether it's natural disaster or just life happening. You are tremendously loved, and we are with you. And I am just overwhelmed with the amount of support and love that's being shown to us. Thank you.
I am so amazed with Mindy's strength. And if she is in the water and spitting out seawater, if she doesn't show it, you know, she just keeps going on, and she looks to other people to see, what can I do for them? What can I do for them? And it's really amazing. I've watched a lot of people in my life go through house fires, and they haven't lost everything like Mindy has. And this is something that you go through the struggle for years to come, you know, because you've lost mementos, you've lost sentimental things, you've lost, you know, everything. And she's a rock. She's just such a great example to me. Now, Anne, are you on the call? And somebody was saying that you were helping somebody in some way. I would like you to share really quickly. And we'll come back to this.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just want to quickly say,
Sure.
as many things as I lost everything, but I didn't lose my baby girl. And I have so many of my fur babies, and I have my friends, and I have my community, and I have 54 years of wisdom underneath me. So, you know, starting over is not like starting over, because I have a support system and a network and tremendous love behind me.
It's so beautiful. See, I love it, Mindy. Thank
And the
you so much.
ability to have a cuddle puddle. So, you know, all is well. Ish. Enough.
I love it. I love it. Anne, I would like you to share.
That's so funny, because just this moment, a little bit earlier, I have a family here whose house just a couple days ago was completely level to the ground. The next door neighbor thought it was a good idea to put fertilizer and gasoline and propane next to each other in a sunroom. So there was a little like explosion, and their house, which was next door, also, you know, burned to the ground. And so they just arrived here late last night, and there's 3 children, 1 little baby child. And it was funny because when you guys said Gary's not here, and I'm explaining to them the call, and he was like, I'll put my DJ music on. He does this incredible spiritual music. So here he is he has his case is all stinks like smoke and everything. And he was like, I'll fill in, you know. So that service mentality is in people, and they're born with it, and they, you know, offered at the most amazing times. And maybe next week we could hear his music, but or ending the call since Gary's not here. But yes, it's a trip. Like, and I was just talking to them this morning, like, tell me what happened. It was like in 10 minutes, poof, everything was gone. 10 minutes, the whole house down. And they're just still, I can tell they're in shock, just the way, you know, they slept good last night at the farm, thank God. And gonna get some good food here in a minute.
I love that. Well, let's just rub our hands together for all of those people who have lost their home, all of the people who are in need. Thank you. And we love you.
And you love.
We wish you well with everything, and I'm sure that we'll be able to support in some way. So, and just keep us in the loop a little bit, okay?
Paul could share his music. That would be
Yes.
something really wonderful. Let's see if we could feature his music, because he's really good, and it's very uplifting. And I was just telling him, you know, that sometimes in the face of all the tragedy, the dancing and the singing is what can bring you from so low that maybe that would be a fun thing to do.
Okay, next week we're hosting the call, and we'd love to have your music. All right, so let's connect about that. Okay.
Indeed. Indeed. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They've had the book, but this is their first call. But they've had the book for a while, and they're very. Boy, I thought I'd cook healthy. I'm going to get some really good lessons, man. I'm telling you, this one here. What was that? You know, and it tastes so amazing. You're like, there's no way that's just a bunch of green things. Like, and so I can't wait. I'm going to be learning even more.
I can't wait for you to share. So I'm interested in that too.
I'm going to put my email in here, and then you can know where to contact. Or you put your contact information, because I want us to get together.
I'll make sure that that you guys share. I'll get your contact information to each other. Perfect.
We
Wonderful.
also have a GoFundMe if anybody cares to just sharing it, because it helps a lot. It's just crazy when I found out about our home and I looked at all the other homes outside of Hawaii that we're going through this tragedy of fires. It's a message there, and I'm just trying to look deeper into it. So
beautiful.
Thank you, everybody.
Well, our hearts are with you.
Behind you, is your stove okay?
What, my stove?
And yeah, turn around. Look at is your burner okay?
That is a pot of mung bean soup.
Oh, okay. I just saw the flame underneath, and I'm like, oh my God, there's smoke coming up. I didn't see the pot.
Got about 25 more minutes.
All right.
Wonderful. Sharon, you've had your hand up for a while. Thank you so much for being patient.
So, Esther asked me to share my experience. I did the Miracle Experiment game last September, and I was walking down the alley behind my house, and I saw some trash. So I, being a good neighbor, went to pick it up. Only it wasn't trash. It was $160. And I went to all the shops and restaurants that I could think of, you know, maybe a waiter had dropped his tip money or something, but I couldn't find anyone it belonged to. So I guess angels dropped it in the alley. Anyway, that's my story.
The Miracle Experiment game is amazing. And Sharon, what an amazing story. People came into money quite a bit. People that were receiving money from organizations that they didn't even know that they were going to be sending money to. There's so many miracles that happen during the miracle experiment game because now you're open to that. So it's just like, you know, what Albert Einstein says, you can live life as if there are no miracles, and I'm paraphrasing here, or you can live life as if everything is a miracle, and everything is a miracle. So Cornelia, oh, go ahead, Sharon.
I was going to say, I love calling it green energy because we've been taught that, or at least I was taught that money was dirty. In fact, I can remember my grandfather washing his hands every time he touched money. And it's just green energy.
Yeah, I love that. You know, we're talking about Ken Honda, who helped with the Japanese version of the book. And Ken Honda, he has a book called Happy Money. And he talks about how money is an energy, and it just, you honor it as it comes in and you honor it as it goes out. And he talked about a story about being at a party once, and this lady came up to him and asked him, "Can I see your wallet?" And he's like looking at her thinking, "Why do you want my wallet?" And she goes, "I just want to look at your wallet." And so he said he trusted her and he gave her his, you know, his wallet, and she looked through it and she says, Yep. She looked through it and more, "Oh, good. And looked through it some more, and "Oh, this is wonderful. Good. Awesome." He put the wallet back together and handed it back to Ken Honda. And he says, "What was that all about?" And she says, "I wanted to see if your money was happy." And he says, "What do you mean my money was happy?" And she says, "You can tell by the way that people manage their money if their money is happy, and if they have been able to earn it in a very happy and respectful way." And so, you know, and apparently he was, you know, managing his money well, treating it with respect. And it's just an energy, it's an exchange, it's a back and forth. And so he has a word, and I can't remember the name of the word because I don't speak Japanese, but where he honors the money. Every time he pays somebody, he says the word, and every time he receives the money, he says the word, and it's just thank you. It's just thank you. Anyway, Cornelia.
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to go back to what we were talking about before, about helping people in Lahaina, but also, as Mindy was saying, so many fires everywhere in the world right now. And of course, it's nearly impossible to help everyone, but there are a few things that we all can do. And I have a lot of friends in Spain and in Italy and in Greece that might be actually affected at the moment. And we do actually have a website, even though it was set up. Thank you, Jenny Thatcher, who actually did this incredible work of putting this together. And I would just like to share that. We have a website that's called the Maui Healing Initiative. And even though it's actually our website from Ancient Secrets Foundation, and it is where you can donate, but what's also on that website, and that is what every one of us can share, there on this website, there are recipes and secrets from Dr. Naram when he was talking about the fires in California a few years back. And he's sharing those, and underneath there are what kind of remedies, what kind of marmaas can people use when they are actually exposed to fire, smoke inhalation. So even if we might not be able to share money or send stuff over there, but we can share this website where people can go onto it and actually do something for themselves and find the recipes. And I just wanted to share that. And it's actually the ancientsecretsfoundation.org/Maui website. So if you want to share that with your friends, if you have anyone in any of those countries that are at the moment either threatened by a fire or just in the aftermath of it, share this website and let them actually get the same kind of help that what they can do for themselves. I just wanted to share that with everyone here.
I'm so glad you did, Cornelia. Thank you so much. If Afsaneh is on the call, she's going to later share some marmas with us. But Mindy, please.
I just have a really quick thing I wanted to share about money. I do feel a little differently about money. I do kind of see it as green energy, but how I transformed my feeling about money, because I had that weirdness around it as well. We're all kind of, I think, entrained with that odd relationship with the thing that gives us so much freedom and ability to help other people. But I recognized that it really was green energy. You know, we all make money with effort, energy, time, and if you're really lucky, love. If you're really intentional, you also make it with love. And so it really is your chi, your current chi, your currency, because you generate it through your life force with your time, your effort, your energy, your love. So as you hold it, understand what it is. And when someone gives it to you, understand what it is.
So beautiful. Thank you, Mindy. Mariana.
It was Fanny Bryce who was referring to money and said, it's like manure, meaning fertilizer. It's no good unless you spread it around.
It's so true. Mariana.
Yeah, I love this happy money thing. So I grew up with a great deal of sense of lack around money. And I hated paying bills, partly because it was always a stretch to get them to meet the end. And somebody told me, oh, it's 20 years ago, at least now, to under your signature on the check, write the capital letters for the following phrase. Thank you for all that this provides in my life. And then I added, God bless you. Thank you for all this. And it totally changed my whole attitude to money. I still don't have a lot of money, but I don't feel lack. And it's knowing that it doesn't matter if it's the electric bill, if it's the whatever bill, it is a bill that has supported me. And so I invite you, do that with your checks. It's really glorious. Thank you for all that this provides in my life. Thank you.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Joseph, it just kind of sunk in a little bit deeper about what you just said about spreading money around. And it's very true. They talk about, you know, being that money is an energy, if the money sits, it's stagnant. It becomes stagnant. But you've got to keep your money alive. You've got to keep it circulating. And so spreading it around is great. And one way of spreading it around is to be able to donate. You know, there's definitely a reward to being able to give to organizations like the Ancient Secrets Foundation, to, you know, GoFundMe's. You know, there definitely is even Luke, I just have to say, you know, Luke gives his energy, his effort, his money to be able to help the homeless in so many situations. Luke, it's so beautiful. Do you want to add anything to that, Luke?
Well, thank you, Jana. It's so funny. I wasn't going to bring it up myself because I've talked about what I do, but I was just thinking that about spreading it around. And I do certainly spread it around, you know, almost every day, multiple times a day, with cash, food, water, shoes, blankets, and so forth. And I don't do it because I want anything in return. So I do want to mention something, since we're talking about money, and 𝗁𝗲𝗖𝗔𝗘𝗧𝗦 and Tara will identify with this. The three of us, we were with an amazing enlightened teacher named Rama for me, it was 1982 to 1997. And Rama taught us about money. This was his first incarnation in the West. He was born in 1950, the year the communist Chinese invaded Tibet. He had been a Tibetan master before he told me I was with him. But when he came here, he taught us about money. And he said all the things we're saying today. Money is energy. So he strongly suggested, he didn't force us, he suggested us to go back to school and get learn about becoming computer programmers so we could make good money. Now, I didn't think I could do it because I was an artist. What did I know about computer programming? But I pushed through my fears and I went and did it in Denver, Colorado. And so I and Rishi and Tara and many of us who were never programmers didn't think we could do it. And we learned how to make money, 6 figures a year, really good money as consultants. And he would have us every week stand up. Oh, who's making $60 an hour now? Who's making $70 an hour now? Now that may sound awful, but if you look at it in terms of the way he was teaching us about money, it's energy. Money is energy. And if you're making money, it means you have the energy, you're energetic. And he also talked about us spreading it around and so forth. So I just wanted to mention that since the early 80s, I learned so much about money, and that money is not bad. That money is a wonderful thing. And it is literally energy. I love what Susan said about green energy, because that's exactly what it is. And I'm glad that we're having this discussion. I really am, because so many people in this world feel that money's bad. And if you feel that money's bad, maybe money will not come to you. So I just want to mention my little journey with money.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it is so perfect. At the last miracle experiment experience that we had, it was about abundance. And how Dr. Naram shared the principles of abundance with Dr. Clint. Dr. Clint shared those tools of abundance with us. It was beautiful. Sharon, can you remember that you just posted a certain thing to me? What was it that you were saying?
Oh, the full formal expression for 𝗬𝗙𝗙𝗧𝗦, which literally means thank you for what you did. And so 𝗬𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗧𝗦.
So that's what 𝗀𝗙𝗙𝗧𝗦 says when he gives his money, and when he receives it, he says, go ahead.
𝗬𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗧𝗦.
It's so beautiful. So I guess Sharon lived in Tokyo for 2.5 years. So that's amazing. So excited. Thank you. Thank you. It's such a beautiful phrase, and I cannot say it yet. Shifra.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out, going back to Beverly. Just, it's a beautiful testimony, and I personally witnessed the love that she's shown to me and so many others. And it was great to see you and your energy, Levi, and I like your haircut. I like your hairstyle. And just heart goes out to Mindy and your daughter and everybody in Maui. And it's just it's really it's interesting what people are saying about money, things that I want to apply. And I guess I'm really glad to be part of this community. And I don't know, I had been struggling with not eating right and some other stuff, and I got a sponsor in a program, and I have a good feeling about it, and I've gotten on the right track with that. And so I'm feeling I'm better with that, and I'm just feeling into ways that I can be more of service to this community, and I really look forward to that.
Thank you, Shifra.
I love all of you. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Susan, did you have anything more that you wanted to say?
Yeah, I think that Joseph is going to talk about next week.
Perfect.
A couple of things, as they say, something completely new and different. Next week, we have the honor of hosting with you, and in the States anyway, next weekend is a holiday weekend. It's around Labor Day. So we wanted to bring in the theme of labor, whatever that means, laboring to deliver a baby, looking at work, what kind of work, what do we see as work? How does work work? How does it benefit us? How does it benefit others? If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, as someone wise said. So we just wanted to, bring that in. So a little preparation to be putting it out into the ethers to come back to share next week.
And how fun will it be if we all share the work that we've done this lifetime, or the many works we've done this lifetime? So that can be a part of it as well. Love to hear what people have done over their lifetimes.
Yeah, it's a great concept. We use it in so many ways. It's like I'm working on myself, or what does work mean. So we have that. Also, just for thought, we are looking into a gathering for next year. Many people are.
A retreat.
A retreat like Sedona this past summer. And so if anybody, I think the committee in general had the dream of a what I would call the all-inclusive type retreat, somewhere where we can really be in community. We can eat together, we can share spaces together and be more cohesive and collected. So if anybody knows of places like that would work, the committee would love to hear about it, so we can explore those. Also, just going back to the money thing, smarter people than me have referred to it as, even something like technology. Money just is. It's not good. It's not bad. How do you use it? What's the energy associated with it? We infuse all these things into a concept or an inanimate object or whatever. And so, when I struggle with what it is, I know Susan is fabulous with it. She says, look at how it's helping other people, like it's supporting this person's family. It's giving them, resources and things. And it's a wonderful exploration because, I think Tony Lister talked about, our perspectives and views of money are so powerful and so hidden. There's all these unconscious messages that we were given around it, and you can't be spiritual if you have money, or you're going to do bad things, or you're going to have to work so hard, whatever. He has a whole spiel on it, but anyway, sorry for
so perfect. Well, we look forward to, you've got my mind just churning with your work thing. Speaking, I think it's going to be a really great call. Afsaneh, I would like you to help work through the Marmaas if you are here on the call. I know that you're here. I see you. Afsaneh, if you'd like to, if you're near your camera.
Hello, hi, namaste, everyone.
There you are, beautiful lady.
Namaste. I was just writing what I'm going to show you or to talk about, with your permission. How many minutes do I have, Jaina?
You have whatever within about 10 minutes or 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
whatever.
5-10 minutes would be fine. Namaste, everyone. I want to thank everybody that is here today, and thank Dr. Naram, Dr. 𝗁𝗙𝗄𝗧, who changed my life drastically, and he's touched so many lives. So my gratitude to all the lineage going back to Lord 𝗔𝗡𝗘𝗧. I'm going to share a couple of a few home remedies. So if you have pen and paper, that would be lovely. I can wait a couple of seconds for you to grab a pen and paper, because I think
we can always post that in the newsletter next week too.
Yes, sure. Okay. So talking about the burns, as my beautiful Cornelia already shared the website, I was thinking about burns. If somebody burns, then there is a home remedy. The home remedy for burn, if you burn your hand even yourself, is the combination is ghee and turmeric. So you want one. I'm reading because I made notes for myself so that I don't make a mistake. 1 teaspoon of ghee with 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric. So you mix it, you make a paste and you apply it on the burn or on the scarring. And ghee has the ability to actually heal the scarring. And if it gets darker, it will lighten up the scar. So for burn, it's ghee, 1 teaspoon, and half a teaspoon of turmeric. Now, I'm going to share a story of my auntie. I'm very grateful to Dr. Giovanni, who is just an amazing, amazing doctor. Those of you that may have met with him, you know that he's known as the love doctor. And somebody had actually said he is a big heart with arms and legs. So I don't know who had thought of it, but it's an excellent, description of Dr. Giovanni. My auntie had COVID twice. Sorry. And let me just turn that off. My apologies. My apologies. She had COVID twice, and she's 84 years old. She has high blood pressure. She has MS. She has many problems. And during COVID, it was Dr. Giovanni who saved my auntie. But recently, she was diagnosed with enlarged heart. Now, heart comes in a sac called pericardium, which covers the heart. And there is a fluid inside, and that fluid stays there and makes it bigger. And together with that, she started getting forgetful. Not too badly, but I thought, that's it, I need to talk to Dr. Giovanni. So we did a consultation online. So I'm going to share with you the remedies that Dr. Giovanni, the home remedies that Dr. Giovanni recommended for my auntie for forgetfulness. And by the way, I've been using this myself, not that I'm forgetting anything, but being 64 and I'm a lecturer, I'm studying and I'm learning I'm doing the 3-year path course with 𝗪𝗙𝗪𝗙𝗪, as well as learning homeopathy and energy healing. So I'm studying different things, all of which started with Dr. 𝗔𝗡𝗧, my Dr. 𝗔𝗡𝗧, who opened up my heart to many possibilities. For forgetfulness, 2 to 3 teaspoons of coconut oil. So that is 2 to 3 teaspoons of coconut oil. 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg powder. So that is 1/8 nutmeg powder, and 1/4, 1/4, 1/4 cinnamon powder. And if you have saffron, a pinch of saffron. You put it and you have that in the morning. You can actually have that twice a day. So that was for forgetting things. Maybe sometimes we don't have dementia, but we have so many problems that we tend to become forgetful. So this will help you. There is a marma called the 𝗬𝗙𝗪𝗪, where you do both hands. You bend your pointing finger to the base of your thumb, like so. Okay, so you're pressing with your pointing finger to the base of the thumb, and you fold, and you do this. 1, 2. Don't forget to breathe as you do this. So breathing when you're pressing, and breathe out. Always with all the marmas, when you are doing it, when you're pressing, you breathe in. When you open, you breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you keep doing this throughout the day. This is called 𝗬𝗪𝗪. And the reason for forgetfulness is because the air element called vata, the air, those of you doing 100-day training would know about this, or maybe your background is in Ayurveda or something similar. The water goes up and it goes haywire, as Dr. Naram would say, and it goes up to your mind, to your head. By doing this marma, pressing that and the 3 fingers joining, you are bringing the water down. Even if you don't have forgetfulness, if your water goes up, if you're becoming too anxious, if you're getting heart palpitations and everything is going out of way, you're getting joint pain, it's your water that is moving in every direction, also causing bloatedness, etc. You will do this marma. This was a very, very beautiful marma, which I've been doing for a long time now. For her heart getting bigger, of course, you know the 𝗁𝗵𝗃 mudra. I think they were shown last week. I was on the call, which is you take the right hand and you put the thumb of your left hand in the middle. Left hand, the thumb of left hand, because heart leans towards the left in your chest. So your right hand, you open, you put your thumb, then you hold your thumb like this, and then you bring the rest of it. So it looks like a heart. And what you're doing, you're pressing your thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right hand, left hand thumb in the middle of it. You hold the left hand thumb like this, and then you bring the thumb. If you have arthritis, if you have, you know, sometimes the joints don't allow you to bring your hand up, it's okay. You can hold it here. You can hold it here. Yes, because like my auntie, she can't bring her fingers up totally. The aim is to press on the thumb, okay? And you do this 6 times 6 or as many times as you can, more than 36 even you can do.
Can I ask who has used that one regularly?
Okay, this one is for somebody who has heart palpitation, heart problems. Maybe God forbid you feel that you're having a heart attack. It's like a, you know, heart massage. And you're actually helping your heart muscle. If you're anxious, sometimes I use this when I get really anxious at work. I'm a lecturer, I work every day. Literally every day I do different things. So I do that a lot. And it calms me as well. Also this one that I showed you, it calms the mind. Now the home remedy for any heart problem, home remedy for heart problem. 1 teaspoon of jaggery. Jaggery is, you get it from Indian stores. You can order it from Amazon. So it's the pure sugar if you like. 1 teaspoon of jaggery, 1 teaspoon of ajwain powder, 1 clove of garlic, and 1 teaspoon of ghee. I will repeat this for the heart to make it stronger, even if you don't have a problem with your heart, but you feel that you want to look after it, you want to, you know, love your heart, is you mix the following: 1 teaspoon of jaggery, 1 teaspoon of ajwain powder, 1 clove of garlic, which you crush it, you know, obviously, and 1 teaspoon of ghee. You crush the garlic, you mix them all together, and you have it first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning. This will help your heart become stronger. And the herbs that were prescribed for my auntie, which, thank you God, it was blessing. It was just a miracle that I found 2 people that were going to Iran. So I kind of gave them a few herbs to take for me, because it's not, you're not allowed to take, but it's called Jivan Rakshak. I'm going to show you the bottle actually.
So I believe that somebody was asking what the PATH students are up to. Well, 𝗬𝗙𝗖𝗍 is a PATH student. This is what we're
Yes.
up to.
This is what we're up to. It's called 𝗬𝗢𝗙𝗧𝗦. 𝗬𝗢𝗙𝗧𝗦. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, we can absolutely see it. Yep, that's
And
great.
the other one is immuno. So why immuno? Which the reason is because
Perfect.
She's mature, she's very old, and as a result, her immunity will be low, and we need to look after our immunity. It's also in the book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer. There is a home remedy for immunity, which consists of turmeric, cinnamon, tulsi, which is Indian, basil, etc. So you can make that. I actually, before I had the herbs, I used to mix the immunity herbs together, the home remedies, and make little balls. And in the morning, I would just put it in my mouth, drink some water with it. But one thing you have to remember to do, and that is when you're taking the home remedy, before you take it, smile at it and say, thank you for healing me. Because everything that you put in your mouth has energy. And when you're thanking that, it goes in with a positive energy. But if you take it, oh my God, I have to take this thing, it tastes terrible, don't bother taking, because it's really, you're sending lots of negativity in you. And for the part of the body you're trying to heal, you send love, gratitude to that part of your body. So when you're breathing in, as you breathe in, you send love, joy, happiness, and gratitude to that part of the body. How you do that? You breathe in and you are sending, you imagine that breath that is going in is God entering you, is love, is positive energy, is joy, and it's gratitude to that part of the body.
That's so wonderful, Afsaneh. It's so
It's
wonderful.
so important.
It is.
And I think on that note, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, I just wanted to say really quickly that as I've been studying a lot of these elements that people have, a lot of it comes down to the lack of the strength of immunity. That's the reason why. So all of the autoimmune disorders, a lot of the disorders and disease are because of the lack of the immune system. So immunity is very important. So in the book on page 187, we have the immunity Marmaas, and that's where we take our right hand and we push on the very top of our middle finger 6 times.
Yes.
Wonderful. Dr. Vinay, you wanted to say something very quickly.
No, I was so fascinated the way Dr. Afsaneh was sharing about things. And
Not
of
a
course,
doctor.
yes, but I consider you as a doctor.
Bless you. I have a PhD in mathematics, that's it, but nothing else.
Well, it's a part of the doctor also, because you need a maths also, mathematics also, if you want to be a doctor. Yeah,
All the
so I was just
gratitude
saying,
goes to Dr. Naram, who was so willing to take the ancient secrets to every heart and every home.
yeah. So
Yes.
as I was saying that Dr. Naram used to do the same thing, that before taking the remedies, he was literally praying to the God while doing these things. And he literally used to do prayer. And even it was said that in the factory, before we start our day, everybody gathered together, everybody comes together, and then they do the prayer before start manufacturing the remedies. So
That's so beautiful.
that's why it's spreading the energy, and automatically you can get immunity from it.
Yes.
And all the good things.
And Dr. Vinay, my grandmother, I mean, these are old people. She passed a long while ago, but every time she used to take anything, even just normal rubbishy tablets that the doctors would give, she would say this. She'd say, "Disease, run away. Healing is coming." In her, in Farsi. She always said that. And she used to say, this is another thing, when if you want to drink water after, you hold the water in your hand. Doesn't matter if it's tap water, if it's bottled water, any water, because you know energy of the water, we are 75% or whatever water. So you hold it in your hand, you close your eyes. In my country, we put a rose bud inside water. Yes, because it's electric, you know, it's magnetic. It's very good to put a rosebud, dried rosebud in the water, and or rose petals. And you hold it, you close your eyes, and you send love to it. You send it takes a few minutes. I have classes with 𝗬𝗙𝗘𝗧𝗦, which is, I will talk in another call about him. And he has a session starting, it's a 2-hour session on the 24th of September. I can send a link to Jaina, and she can, if she thinks that is appropriate, she will share. And it shows you, teaches you how to change the energy of water within few seconds, literally, before you drink it. But don't just drink water, hold it in your hand, send it love. Very, very, very important. And the taste of that water will change. Literally, it will taste different. Try it. And thank you, Jaina, for giving us this opportunity to share Dr. Naram's secrets. And again, a very big thank you to everyone for listening and perhaps writing the notes. Even if you don't use the home remedies, please just share it with everybody.
No, Afsaneh, thank you so much. You do such a beautiful job. I love you. I love hearing you speak. You speak so well, but I can tell you do it for a living. So thank you.
I am doing it every day. I am very blessed to be a teacher. So every day I read Pulse, and I practice, and I use the home remedies. And I was actually going to suggest, if you like to send me messages, or through Jaina or to my own number, I can put it for you. I love you if you tell me what problem you have, because this is also, I am a student, so I am practicing. So each time I share home remedies, I am learning. Yes, so if you know of anybody with a particular disease, please let me know, and I will try to find home remedies for you from the wonderful teachers that I have. Thank you. I'll write my number here. Shall I write my number, Jaina?
Well, I think you're in the WhatsApp chat. Aren't you in the Love and Healing chat? You're in the Love and Healing.
So.
You know what? Let me add you to the Love and Healing chat, because we talk about stuff like. Okay, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can answer there. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, lovely.
Okay,
thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're running to the end of time, and I wanted to ask Esther. Esther, have you shared everything you would like to share with us today?
I feel very complete. I think it's a miraculous call.
Okay, wonderful. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't overlook something. Thank you so much for everything you contribute. Sharon, would you like to, you had something you wanted to share real quick?
Oh, well, this isn't an ancient secrets remedy, but I also studied full body reflexology, and the heart and the small intestine point where they interchange is at the base of the little fingernail. And actually, frequently in women, heart problems will show up as indigestion rather than heart. I guess it could happen in men too. But anyway, if someone is, and I've never had the opportunity, and I hope I don't, to try it, but my teacher did. And if someone is having a heart attack, yes, call 911 and all those other things, but you can grab their little fingernails on both hands and pinch really hard. And if it's you, you can put your fingers in your mouth and bite at the base of your little fingernail. And it can't hurt you, and it could help you.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Oh my gosh. Carol.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to all the folks that are helping me. We're working on the next book. The Ancient Secrets cookbook is out, by the way. It's on Amazon. It's being translated into a couple different languages. It's got in the back a list of all of our Shakti's herbal formulas and remedies are in the book already. It's a great reference if your internet's down and you're needing a remedy and you don't have it because it's on your phone and your computer. We have all of the basics in the cookbook for you. So just a reminder about that. And then the next book, if you have Levi is somebody who's helped Ann Wilkinson several with the pet book. And we have in the pet book a section on horses. And as we were working on horse remedies and such, we came across somebody in our community who's saving horses on a scale that's unbelievable, Peggy Taylor. And she had sent me a message yesterday that there's 2 horses in Colorado whose today is their last day. They want $850 to save these horses from going to slaughter. And it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, especially at these particular times. But we put it out there because money is energy, it's green energy. If you have ideas or other means, do reach out and I can help. If you want to join our Ancient Secrets pet group or the horses group specifically, let me know. We're collecting miracle stories of how Ancient Secrets have helped with pets. And oh my gosh, they're amazing. It's just amazing. So that's coming. And thanks everybody so much for your support.
Thank you so much, Carol. So appreciate that. Thank you for this beautiful community call. I'm so glad that we got to hear from many people. We can go ahead and do breakout rooms so that you guys can continue the conversation. Let's go ahead and unmute, rub our hands together. I just wanted to say thank you to Andrea for posting. Thank you for Bridget for transcribing, and thank you for Susie for she's going to be posting things in the Facebook page from the newsletter. Thank you to everybody. I love you and I love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with you.
I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with
Mindy.
you.
Love you, Beverly.
Love you and I'm with you.
Love you, Afsaneh. Love you, Dr. Benet. Love you, ¡�ᵉ. Love you, Linda. Love you, Jerem. Love you, Robert.
Love you and I'm with
Andrea.
I love you so
Ange. Love
much.
you, Mindy. Love you, Susan. Love you, Carol. Love you, Sharon.
I'm with you.
Love you, Beverly. Love you, Jana. Love you, Cornelia. Love you, Maureen. Love you.